The other day, Jessica Valenti, who has that abortion everyday blog, Substack, she pointed to this survey about abortion attitudes, and this is a what is this? Oh, crap! I can't even remember what this PRRI stands for. Public Religious Research Institute, and I thought it was Pew, and I had previously tried to record this, but I realized I made a mistake. It's not Pew; it's a different outfit. But it's a very long article. It's worth perusing, but it just goes to show that abortion rights is overwhelmingly popular with the public, and it isn't even that horribly divided. I mean, it is divided. The only place that it's really divided, it seems, in the country, are the heavily Mormon states like Idaho and especially Utah. But you look at this, and there's even there, it's not. But that's because abortion, until this Alito court decided to fuck around with the Roe v. Wade, it was widely accepted, and in our society. It says here, at least 6 in 10 Americans of all age groups say that abortion should be legal in most or all cases, including 68% of young Americans ages 18 to 29, 64% of those ages 30 to 49, 63% of those ages 50 to 54, and 62% of those aged 65 and over. And young women more likely than young men to say abortion should be legal in most or all cases, 71% or versus 65%. Whereas there are not large sex differences in other age groups. Well, they're not polarized, though. That's not polarized. Younger Americans are more polarized. They're not polarized, though. They're the age 18 to 29 are the age group most likely to say that abortion should be legal in all cases, and it should be illegal in all cases, 11%. It's not polarized, okay? It's not polarization at all, and it hasn't been polarized since the 1960s, and it's just that since the Reagan years, we've had loudmouths on the religious right. Since they couldn't play the Bob Jones card, they decided to use the abortion card years after the Catholic Church, which has been opposed officially to legal abortion forever. They decided to jump on the bandwagon and hijack the Republican Party. They and the John Birch crowd, which are typically one and the same. And I'm old enough to remember when the Republican Party, and especially Republican politicians, were every bit as pro-legal abortion as the Democrats, and maybe even more so. But there is no real polarization. Even among the Republican voters, there's no polarization. It's a media myth. And it should be completely tossed in the trash can. And anyway, this thing was really interesting. It says here, percent who say abortion should be legal in most or all cases. Not surprising, Nevada is at the very top, along with D.C., in that idea. It's the most pro-legal abortion state in the United States, and was when I lived down there. So 80%. But even look at Idaho at 49% and Utah at 42%. That's pretty impressive given LDS. Pretty damn impressive. And they're probably the only real polarized states. Oh, there's some there. South Dakota's another one. Oklahoma, Arkansas. But those two states, that's impressive. But anyway, I'm not going to stay on here very long because it takes forever to upload these damn things. And they break it down by age and geography and sex and all this. And Oregon says 32% favor or strongly favor overturning Roe v. Wade. Yeah. Utah, 42%. Idaho, 38%. Nevada, 32%. But that's probably right-wingers talking. I don't think they really give a shit, except controlling women. But they go into all this long thing about it, and I thought I'd point to it, and if you're interested in that. And now we're waiting, anxiously awaiting on the idiot judge, Kazmarek, or whatever the hell his name. I know I mispronounced it. Judge Matthew out of Texas, whether he's going to ban the abortion medication. Well, he can't. How's he going to enforce it? How is that even going to be enforced? It's such a grandstanding bunch of bullshit. I can't, it boggles the mind. But anyway, I think that probably this is all I'm going to say. I just wanted to point to this, that everything old is old again, and we're not as polarized on abortion as the media wants you to believe, because a bunch of weirdo religious nuts want to go back to the 1950s and force women back into the home. It bring back the traditional family. I'm sorry, I don't have a whole lot of use for that stuff, because I knew it was a bunch of crap when I grew up, and when I was a kid. So it's not a world we really want to return back to. But anyway, that is all I'm going to say about this PRRI survey.